What's up, y'all? Let me give y'all some time to get in here. We're going to talk about Stephen Twitch Boss, um, and many other things that's going on right now. Um, I don't believe nothing the media says. Stephen's passing reminds me of a lot of other passings previously. All of these people in the industry that they're saying committed suicide, it's too many. What are they committing suicide for? What makes them so unhappy?
Devani Benton's younger cousin, Serge.
These people be having these long speeches on Instagram, like it's just ridiculous. But so this week we've heard, and I had a premonition that something was going to happen, but sometimes I just don't say anything because I don't want people to think that I'm this crazy conspiracy theorist. So I don't say nothing sometimes. I just be quiet and I just watch what goes on. But we hear that Stephen Twitch, boss of the Ellen DeGeneres show, he was the DJ, killed himself. Now, for some reason, y'all, I just cannot digest that because I saw a few videos of Stephen and he seemed to be perfectly fine. Then all of a sudden, they say he left his house, he left his car at the house, and his wife saw the car there and he wasn't there, so she decided to call the 911 and say he was missing. That's kind of strange there too. But I'm going to tell y'all who this reminds me of. Because I keep telling y'all, they keep using the same formula over and over and over again. This death now reminds me the narrative they're giving of Don Cornelius. And also Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was found in a hotel. He was by himself. Some woman shot him. How did he wind up a few miles away from his home? Not even, they say less than a mile, maybe a mile and a half or so. He was at the hotel by himself and they found him dead in the hotel. All of a sudden. Now, the actor Christopher Short came out and said that he may have made a bad investment and lost all of his life savings. To me, that's still not reason for him to kill himself because there's other resources that could have been used, and now they're using the narrative saying, oh, mental health. And Rosie O'Donnell comes out and says, oh, stop this conspiracy theory, there is no secret cabal. And Roseanne, shut the fuck up, Roseanne. We know there's a secret cabal already, and we're not scared to talk about it. We're going to talk about that. You're not going to keep doing these things and then jump up there like y'all run the human race and y'all could tell us what we could think about. It is crazy, Baba. It is crazy. And you're going to tell us what we could react on and what we should say and what we shouldn't say. And she had this serious mean mug. Bitch, we already know you a demon now. All of you who come out and say these things and keep pushing these narratives, this is really a war going on right now, y'all. Like, sometimes I'm skeptical about speaking on it, but then I can't not speak on it. I have to speak on it because it is what it is. We are in the middle of a spiritual war, and it's real. You know what I'm saying? This is real. Carlos, yesterday you left a message on Instagram to this guy that was telling us about that video that I put up there with the kids shooting each other. He knows because he's from out there. He lives out there. Like most of the people you see commenting, you got to read the comments because they be from out there and they be telling me what happened. So you had asked him how he knows. He knows because he's from there. You heard me, Carlos? They try to silence people when we speak on what doesn't add up. Yeah, they do. They always try to speak on something, make us not speak on things. And that's why more people need to stand up and start speaking on these things. Yeah. Everybody, when they comment, like, they usually know what they're talking about. That's why you don't never see me questioning them and asking them how you know or none of that, because I know they're not going to jump on my post and give me the whole story without knowing what they're talking about. 90% of the time they know what they're talking about. But this man was speaking out against a lot of things. Mainly, he was speaking out on police brutality against Black people. And every time they decide to speak out and say something, something strange happens. You can't go from he was dancing one day on Instagram, smiling and happy, till the next day he winds up in some hotel dead by himself. They keep using that narrative over and over and over again. Now, what makes it so familiar with me to Don Cornelius is Don Cornelius married some strange woman. Yeah, you got to read through them first, Baba. Um, what he has in common with Don Cornelius is Don Cornelius married this Caucasian lady. She was an ex stripper. She was from Russia. He married her, and his whole world went to shit. Now, what y'all have to understand is, I'm not saying because she's a white woman. What I'm saying is, you meet these people, you don't know their background really, you don't know what they're really about, and you bring them into your life, and they could ruin your life. Some of these people are sent in to ruin these people's lives. Now, I don't know where he met this woman, but there was rumors allegedly going around that Stephen Boss was having, but that his wife was telling him that he should, not speak on what he was starting to speak on: the police brutality, the number of deaths happening between the police and Black people. And she was trying to tell him that, he's going to mess up the bag if he keeps talking like that. This is all alleged. What's up, Lena? This is all alleged. She was saying that, why are you doing this? Why do you have this attitude or whatever? See, this is why I don't really condone, like, I'm not saying that white people don't know what we go through. That's not true. Some of them do, but not all of them. Not these industry people. These industry people are a different breed. And not even just white people. They send, like, most of the time when somebody's life goes to shit and they're a celebrity, they usually send in these people. I think that happened to Mary J. Blige. I think that happened to the man from that passed away from cancer, from Black Panther. There's a lot of people in the past, and you have to go back sometimes and look at these stories, because they keep repeating the same formulas over and over again. How is it? Why they don't never die? Like, people are around them. They're always by themselves somewhere. Like, who lured him out of the house and told him to go to that hotel? Who took him out of the comfort of his home and asked him to meet them at that hotel, and then he winds up dead, and they say it's suicide? Now, they say he left a suicide note. Hold on, y'all. Somebody texted me. They say he left a suicide note, right? Let's see what this suicide note says, because I didn't even read that suicide note. It just, I don't know what else to say to people, like, for them to understand that this shit is real. It's not a game. It's not a game. Here's the note now. Let's see what they said. They said, Stephen Twitch Boss left at least one clue as to what his struggles were leading up to his suicide. It came in a note alluding to challenges he's faced in the past. Law enforcement sources tell us Twitch's note, left at the scene of his suicide, was an ambiguous reference to his past challenges. It's unclear exactly what he was referring to in the note. We're told investigators have determined Twitch took an Uber from his home to the motel less than a mile from his home Monday morning and switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach or track him. TMZ broke the story. His wife, Allison Holker, was frantic when she showed up at an LAPD location Tuesday, saying Twitch left home without notice and wasn't answering her calls. Now, It is said that they was arguing or something. So good morning, Mercy. So sometimes when you have argument with your mate or whatever, you might leave for a little while and come back. What I found strange is that as soon as she found him wasn't that he wasn't home, she went to the police station saying something was wrong. Like he can't get up and leave and just get some air. He wasn't even gone that long. Okay. In addressing her husband's death, Allison said, Stephen lit up every room he stepped into. He valued family, friends, and community above all else. The Oak Tree Hotel. And leading with love and light was everything to him. She continued, he was the backbone of our family, blah, blah, blah. Now, in this thing, it says, he was upset about past challenges. If the challenges were in the past, what would drive him to suicide? If you're saying that the challenges he had was in the past, that means that they're no longer existent, right? So why would he kill himself over a challenge that happened in the past? We all have challenges that we got through. We're not going to think about those challenges later on down the line after we got through it and decide, okay, I'm going to kill myself because of something that happened in the past that I got through. That doesn't make sense to me either. So they keep telling us these stories. Now, Anne Hesh and Stephen Twitch Boss were both related somehow to Ellen DeGeneres. Y'all remember, during the pandemic, Ellen DeGeneres was in huge trouble regarding the Epstein Island situation. She even lost her show. They never told us why Ellen DeGeneres lost her show. They never said nothing. The ratings was fine and everything. There was other shows during the pandemic that still were going on. They never told us why Ellen DeGeneres lost her show. But in the background, they were saying that Ellen DeGeneres was a part of this child pornography allegedly movement. Okay? Now, here's two people now. Now she's showing up crying on camera. We wasn't seeing nothing about Ellen DeGeneres. I don't think she said much about Anne Hesh dying. Anne Hesh was her lover for years. They was together for like 13 or 14, maybe even 15 years. And she got killed, and that was suspicious how she died. Now all of a sudden her DJ, who had a very positive message and aura, now he's dead now, and they're giving this strange story again. Listen, all these strange stories take off. All these strange stories, all of a sudden, they could tell us anything. We're not around these people. I don't trust them. People always want you to prove conspiracy, but they don't want you to prove what these people tell us. We don't know what the hell happened. We don't know if what they're telling us is true, just as well as we don't know if it's a conspiracy or not. So people love to come and say, oh, this it could have happened like this because that happened, but we don't know if what they're telling us about what happened to the people they're telling us about is the truth. And it always comes out that after there's some strange, suspicious passing, that they were trying to do something to stop whatever is going on in Hollywood that they didn't condone. These are people with integrity that we're losing here. All these people that participate in these demonic rituals and these demonic messages they're sending out. Look at Balenciaga. They had ads and advertisements with children holding dolls that signified bestiality and sadomasochism. Why isn't nobody saying anything about that? Why isn't these actors and actresses and all these people that promote Balenciaga, the fashion industry, saying anything? Because that's their culture, and they're telling us that is their culture, but we don't want to believe it. We don't want to believe how these people really are. Why? I don't know. Maybe it shatters what we believe that the world is about. But eventually, we're going to have to learn the truth about what the world is about. Biblical times are not done yet. It was never over. You still have a wicked percentage of human beings on this planet, and they keep telling us. The devil, the best trick the devil ever pulled was making people believe that he didn't exist. And that's exactly what's going on right now. People do not believe the devil exists. I put up a picture the other day of Cardi B dressed as the Baphomet with a big red suit on. She really looked evil like a demon. I put that picture up there and somebody came and said, "Oh, that's just a costume. Why doesn't anybody have a costume that looks like God? Why doesn't anybody wear a God costume? Why do all of them give these allegiances to Satan?" You had Lil Durk after his brother died. He went and got this huge, big satanic tattoo on himself on his leg. Why didn't he get a tattoo of his brother? Why didn't he get a tattoo of God? Put something of God on his body. Why did he get something of that represents Satan on his body? So people have to stop being in denial and thinking that these things are just coincidences, because there's not that many coincidences in the world. Right now, the devil is showing us his face and he's letting the people know that they're at war with the good people. If the war is good versus evil, and most people are defending these evil people unknowingly because they refuse to understand what's going on. There's too much references in the music to demons. Now, I'm watching what's going on with O Block right now. The dude Munamond that killed A-Roy because A-Roy beat him up after he stole a significant amount of money from him or from somebody that A-Roy knew. He violated somebody. So, and he killed him after he beat him up. Everybody saw that video circulating when that happened. So now Munamond is running around. He thinks he's Vaughn. He thinks he's King Vaughn. You could tell that King Vaughn has a big influence on this young man because he's carrying himself exactly like King Vaughn. This is the type of image that we hold dear and we put on pedestals, and this is what we're creating. This little boy is running around threatening everybody, and he thinks he's King Vaughn. And you got all of these damn bloggers talking about him and putting up his messages, and I don't think they should do that anymore. I think they should recognize that most of these characters that they're creating is venomous and not conducive to the community. We've lost enough people now, but you still got these people who want to put this type of shit on a pedestal. And this boy Munamond, he's going to lose his life. He's going to wind up losing his life eventually. He's going to run into the wrong person that's going to pull the gun out before he does. And then everybody's going to be reporting that he's dead. But nobody's saying right now and giving him messages as to, you're headed to nowhere but death or jail. That's where you're headed to. I don't understand how he's still walking the streets after he shot at A-Roy's brother 100 times. Okay? He was arrested and then released immediately after that. And he was on video killing A-Roy. It was on video circulating all over social media of him shooting A-Roy to death, and he's still on the streets. What does that tell you? That tells you that these people are allowing these type of people to move among us and do whatever the hell they want to do. I think they fear the truth, so they would rather stick with the lies that they have been comfortable with. Yeah, that's true, because it is scary knowing the truth. It is scary that knowing that the devil is at war with us. But shit, the devil's been at war with us since the beginning of time. But since people are oblivious to that and don't want to admit that, the devil has gained more power. The devil is gaining so much power because people refuse to recognize what's going on. And we keep on giving our energy and power to these people and making believe that this is just happening on its own. Nothing is happening on its own. Most of this stuff is pre-planned, and people have sat down at round tables and discussed the agenda. These people get paid in the industry to push the agenda. They get paid to distract us from the truth. What's up, Broadway? Thank you, Broadway. And this is what it is. Unfortunately, I always say this because people think I just love to talk about conspiracy theories, but they already knew that we were going to be privy to information in the future. So this is why in early 2000 they made the movie Conspiracy and portrayed Gibson's character as being someone who was insane and someone who was just delusional, because they knew that they would not be able to hide what they've been doing in the background much longer, and people would be discussing it and deciphering what they're doing. So now you have this term conspiracy theorist, and people, as soon as you start to decipher things or try to decode what's going on or break it down, they label you as a conspiracy theorist and they shut you down. And they got your own people doing that. See, because this is how they enforce things and this is how they get power. They wouldn't be able to shut people up if it was just them. But since they have people that's around us reinforcing it, they're assisting them. And this is what I mean when I say that they give away their power. We give away our power. You know what I'm saying? By being oblivious and not trying to understand what's going on. It's our responsibility as parents. It's our responsibility as people who love our families to understand these type of things they're trying to pull on us and try to move in a different direction. Why is there so much emphasis on the devil and not any type of emphasis on God in that industry? The only time we hear them speak about God is when they get in some type of situation, or if they win an award and they may say, thank God. But now I say, when they say thank God, I go, bitch, who is your God? I don't know who your God is, because God is not even a term we should be using for the creator. God is a lesser being than the creator. God is a lesser being than Most High, than the Most High. The Most High is the Most High in a class by himself or herself. Okay? God is a term to me that's disrespectful to the creator, because gods are the ones that are here to make sure that the rules of the Most High are being followed. That's what a God is. So they fooled us in so many ways and tricked us into supporting their demonic agenda and their religion, because that's their religion, is demonic. Everything is about sex, everything is about death, and everything is about drugs. And I'm not making it up. You just go put on a TV show right now and see if you're not going to see anything that pushes the gay agenda, pushes drug use, or pushes violence. Go turn on one of these popular shows right now. Those are the three elements that they have to have in there. Excuse me. Or their show won't get any type of play or backing from the mainstream. I've yet to see a show where there's a young man that was born into some type of gang activity or street stuff and decided, after seeing that everything wasn't what they thought it was, decided to step out of the game and teach people and teach the kids to not move that way. They're recycling stories from the 80s where we were deaf, dumb, and blind, and pushing that on the kids now when it doesn't even exist now. There's no type of people that they're pushing BMF and even paid in full. There's nobody like that in the hood anymore. So why do they keep taking these stories and recycling them and putting them out there to brainwash the children that the streets is it? What's up, Dro? We should know by now that the streets is not it. And as adults, we should know by now that we should not be trying to push these kids into praising these type of people. Manaman is a Von clone. He thinks he's fucking King Von. Go look at his pictures. He's totally under the spell of King Von. And listen, let me tell y'all something. If we don't stop this now, then we are also to blame if we don't stop putting these people on pedestals, because we see the results. These are the results now. We're living in a world that we don't even recognize anymore. This world we're living in right now is unrecognizable to me. I don't know if it is to y'all, but to me, it's unrecognizable. You don't know what is what anymore. You don't know who's who. The news is corrupt. The government is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. Nothing has any integrity anymore. It's whatever gets you money and it's whatever is popular. And that's what's ruling the world right now. And the result of us letting that happen is being shown to us right now. Stephen Twitch Boss, I don't believe for 1 second that this young man killed himself. Not 1 second. He make it all the way up there, and then he starts to think about something that happened to him in the past, and he decides to kill himself. Why don't they let us read what the letter says? This reminds me of Donny Hathaway, Kurt Cobain, who else they said killed themselves? Don Cornelius, or it's the same damn story. So I don't know when we're gonna learn and when we're gonna make a move and say, okay, we're not watching none of this stuff no more, and we're not listening to none of this devil music no more. But that's what it's gonna take to change things. We're gonna have to take the power back from them. If we don't take our power back from them, we're gonna be stuck in this world, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. I bet you within a month or so, somebody else is going to die. Somebody else is going to be found dead. And anytime these people have committed suicide, they're always somewhere by themselves. They said Kurt Cobain shot himself in the head with a shotgun, and it wasn't even on the same side of the hand that he uses. But people believe that. They say Don Cornelius was found with 30 stab wounds to his neck and back. They told us that Don Cornelius shot himself in the head. Some people even said that Don Cornelius had 2 gunshots to the head. You can't shoot yourself in the head 2 times. You can't stab yourself 30 times. So, this stuff that they're doing is just totally demonic. And I don't know what else to say about it. That's why I don't really come on as much as I can, because I don't want to keep repeating myself and saying the same thing over and over. But they keep giving us the same scenarios over and over, and keep giving the same lies over and over, and nobody's recognizing that shit. If they don't say that they killed themselves, they'll say they died of some mysterious illness. They said that Robin Williams, the comedian, killed himself by hanging himself from a doorknob. How the fuck you hang yourself from a doorknob? They said the same thing about David Carradine from the karate movies and shit. They said the same thing about him. I don't believe nothing these people say. None of them. They keep using the same scenarios. Wasn't Sam Cooke in a hotel somewhere by himself with some prostitute woman? They found Prince in his house, in his elevator by himself. They found Irene Cara in her house by herself. They found Nell Carter. I don't know if y'all remember Nell Carter in the house by herself. Why is all these rich people in the house by themselves? They don't have family members. They don't have staff members to help them out in the house. So, this story is getting old to me. This they committed suicide shit is getting old to me. It's funny how right before they decided to kill R&B as a whole, they released a movie called Romeo Must Die. And then all the top R&B OGs started dying. Tina Marie, Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah, Aaron Carter. Yep, Aaron Carter. He even did a video and was saying that they was trying to kill him, and that it was his own family trying to kill him. So, I mean, Prince in the elevator. Prince did one of his most famous songs said, "We are not gonna let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go." Remember that? How they find him in the elevator dead, and then all of a sudden Prince was a drug addict. All of a sudden Prince was dead set against drugs, but now right before he dies, he was a drug addict. Okay, someone killed by the headboard of the bed. They said that Tina Marie was at a hotel, and a picture frame fell down from the wall and hit on her head, and she started having grand mal seizures, and she died of a seizure. Tina Marie wasn't even 60 yet. So you mean to tell me that happened? And I don't believe that shit either. My brother had seizures. He ain't died yet. So why is she dead? Why is Kim Porter dead of pneumonia? How she died of pneumonia? She had her own doctor that would come to the house to see her. Then when she dies, someone breaks into her house, and out of all the rich, valuable things she may have had in her home, hell no, Elena. Out of all the rich, valuable things she may have had in her home, they said somebody broke in her house and stole 2 of her laptops and left all the furs, all the diamonds, all the other stuff there. Come on now. How many times they gonna keep lying to us and we just keep falling for that shit? Kim Porter was saying allegedly that she was wearing a strap to please Puffy and do things like, penetrate him anally. Now also I heard that Jennifer Lopez used to do that too with him allegedly. So it's funny that how I used to hear that years ago about Jennifer Lopez wearing a strap to please Diddy. And then now you got Kim Porter there saying that she also was wearing a strap and she was ashamed of it. Then you got the Usher story where they're saying that he was sleeping with Usher and Kim Porter caught him with Usher. Okay. Now I know for a fact that when Usher first came into the industry, her mother let him stay with Diddy in New York. He was staying with Diddy. Now, I don't know if y'all remember that video, but there was a video. Yeah, that don't surprise me either, Dro. There's a video that was circulating where Diddy was talking and he was like, yeah, me and Usher used to wake up and this and that. And it just seemed really weird. Even Kevin Hart was like, what? What you say? Like, I listen, I can't make none of this stuff up. These people are giving themselves away. It's right there in front of our face. And these people that we tend to worship and think that they're living an honest lifestyle, 90% of them are not who we think they are. Yeah, that video with Kevin Hart, Lena, and they're not nice people. They gave their souls away. They gave their energy away to these people to keep us living in captivity. Now we can't even talk no more. They got this lady Rosie. Rosie, I can't believe she came out. Rosie O'Donnell came out. There is no secret cabal, bitch. We know there's a secret cabal, bitch. How dare she come out there like she's somebody boss, like she's somebody authority, talking about there is no secret cabal. Don't speak on that. Don't, bitch. There's a secret cabal. Y'all show us every fucking day. There's a secret cabal. Fuck, she talking about? And she just come out the woodworks all of a sudden. She's speaking to and Jennifer, the other black lady, Jennifer Lewis, when Kanye was telling us that his mother was sacrificed and talking about all the sacrifices in the industry, she comes out and tell him to shut the fuck up. Yeah, because he messing up your bag. Y'all want to keep that secret? That's what y'all get paid for. To keep fucking secrets from the public and to make people think that the world is normal and everything is right with the world. What's up, Dragonfly? But we know what time it is now. We already know what time it is. It's been too much going on. Okay? King Von gets killed with some of the baddest brothers on the planet with him. He gets killed in a public place all of a sudden. Same thing happened to Tupac. They used the same story. He punched somebody in the face and they came and killed him. Same story. And Tupac was also surrounded by, at the time, supposed to be some of the baddest people. What up, Young? How you doing? Yeah, some of the baddest people surrounding him, and he wound up dead. Everybody else lived but him. Everybody else lived but King Von. Nobody else got shot. The police left Duck in the middle of the damn street, bleeding out, and they showed on camera when they were picking up the trajectories off the floor. They showed it. But we're not supposed to talk about it. We're supposed to just sit here and be blind. That's what they want us to do, be blind, deaf, and dumb. And if we're not blind, deaf, and dumb, then we're a problem. But more people need to get up, open their platforms, and start telling the truth. Because if we don't, this is going to continue to keep on happening. Because we're giving them the power and we're allowing them to take people out. I don't know what y'all think about Money Man, but I give him 2-3 months. He gonna crash the fuck out. Because that little boy Monaman, he is possessed now. Now that he got away with killing A-Roy, he running around like he crazy. And if you see the pictures, he posing just like King Von. He thinks he's King Von. It amazes me how nobody's paying attention to that. And then the bloggers keep talking about him and putting him on a pedestal. So I don't know, y'all. We have to somewhere along the line, we're gonna have to take responsibility and stop blaming it just on these children, because we're making them seem like what they're doing is right by putting them on a pedestal and bigging them up when they do all this crazy foul shit. Now, the talk of the town for the past couple of days have been not only Twitch passing away. I can't wait for Diddy to sacrifice Machine Gun Kelly. But they've also been talking about Gunna. Now, Gunna told on that boy. Y'all know Gunna told on that boy. I mean, these news stories coming out about people just getting out of these RICO cases is fucking amazing to me. It's amazing. It's amazing. How did Monaman get out of word? We accountability, and yeah, we got to take responsibility, because if we don't, what's going to happen? Nobody else is going to take responsibility. I don't understand how this video of Monaman killing A-Roy in O-Block circulated all over the place, and this guy Monaman is still walking the street. Then recently he was shooting at Monaman's brother. 100 shots, they said, and he comes out. Why is he home? Why is he home? So what does that tell y'all? If the authorities are not arresting these type of people that are menaces to society, they want them to be menaces to society. They're allowing them to be menaces to society. So, I'm not going to keep y'all too long up here, but I just want y'all to be very, very, very cautious and aware of what's going on, because these narratives that they keep giving out and keep pushing our children towards violence and crashing out is spilling into our homes now. We see every day all of these reports of these crazy things that these kids are doing, all of these videos of people getting shot right on camera. It should be now that there's cameras. It should be that more people are getting arrested and accosted and their guns taken or what have you. But it seems like it's worse than before we had cameras. Hell yeah, even Ray Charles knows gonna snitch. Hell yeah. It's worse than before when we didn't have no fucking cameras. So these people are trying to say they're trying to enforce the law and they shoot innocent people, but the people that's terrorizing our communities, they let them walk free and just roam around us and do whatever they want. You're gonna see a rise in people that are defending themselves, shooting motherfuckers. That's what I'm seeing is going to happen. You're going to see more people shooting these people down for terrorizing them, because the cops ain't helping and they don't want to help. I think their new plan is lawlessness to cause chaos. That's why they're coming out with that shit next month, where if somebody's trespassing on your property, they can't do nothing about it and all this. Y'all be prepared to police yourselves and protect your own selves, because these people is trying to set us up to be accosted and attacked by our own people. They all from Georgia. That's crazy, Dragon. That's fucking crazy. It's a huge setup, y'all. And right now we at war. It's good versus evil. The devil is among us. He's all in our face, and he's not hiding anymore. He's right there in our faces. So be aware and be cautious. Don't be around no strange people you don't fucking know. If people you do know is acting funny, get away from them, because everybody's trying to get a bag. Everybody wants to get a bag. And the only way now to get a bag lately is to shit on people and do some nefarious shit. You understand? So I just popped in so I could talk about Twitch. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to all the other people we're losing. And let's pray that we could switch this shit around before it gets even worse than it is, because we can't afford to be, we already at war with outside forces. Now it looks like that people in our own communities are going to war with us without even understanding what they're doing. and who they playing for. They don't know the team that they're playing for. They're just being influenced by social media, music, and television. And I can't leave out these games either. The games was a part of the agenda too. All of the games is people hunting people down and shooting and killing people. So I just wanted to pop in real quick, fast and speak on that, guys. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of the weekend. I'm going to go find something to watch on TV and just relax myself. Find something good to eat and just fall back. I didn't even eat breakfast yet. I've been up doing videos and thinking about what I could talk about to y'all. But I am going to go live more often. Okay, so peace and love, y'all. Stay blessed and stay safe. People don't understand that this life is not all there is. That's a fact, Joe, because all they keep presenting to the people, to the mass majority, is negativity. And people is just thriving on that, not understanding that living that type of lifestyle is a choice. And it's not a good choice. So, fam, I'll see y'all later. Later, Lena. I'll see y'all later, probably in somebody else's chat. Y'all have a blessed day, and thanks for joining me. Come back.